Welcome back to Culture Matters. Join us here in the studio are, first of all, David Verbeek from Holland, and he's the young director of a newly produced feature film called City of Trance. And of course, one of his producer, Natasha De Villers. And of course, the other Chinese director, he's going to produce his new film called Black and White Photos. Let's go back to David. You watch a lot of Chinese films, huh?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You like
David.
Chinese? David
knows every single shot of every film, and I will tell you, I was very surprised because he knew every single shot of every single Chinese film that has been made out here. Yeah.
I find my inspiration mostly not in mainstream cinema, but more in film festivals. Yeah, and art films and art house films. Mm-hmm. I think we're very very happy in Holland to have the Rotterdam Film Festival, which is just a very, very big festival, which also very much specializes in Asian cinema and in offbeat cinema.
It's not that Hollywood, actually.
Yeah, it's not that Hollywood at all. No.
Okay.
But I want to add one thing.
Sure.
I think the Netherlands and Holland, there's a tradition people making film in other country, in other language or in other culture. I'm right?
In other countries?
Yes, the Dutch sort of the Dutch filmmakers and sort of the tradition. They usually sometimes more than the.
It's true. I'll tell you, when I told some other French people I was producing a film in Shanghai by a young Dutch director, the first reaction I had in France was like, wow, those Dutch people, they're really in advance from us French people. Because in France, it's more turns towards the inside. And the Dutch have a history, of course, of going out to Indonesia and all over the world. And very early on, always kind of being at the forefront of sending their people to the four corners of the world. And I don't think it's a total coincidence that David came all the way out here and has been influenced by this.
It's in their blood.
It must be.
You see quite a few people in quite a good director working in the Britain, in the certainly in the States as a place, Australia, something, right?
Yeah.
David is kind of quite a rare case because usually the director from the West, they want making film in China is somehow related to the
West.
The West.
Their own story.
Or the script is written in the West, and mostly, it's kind of the David is kind of the they entirely was all about Shanghai and very little. They have some little reference with, but in the West, but most time is.
So, what's your target audience when you first come up with the idea of this film?
For me, funny you would say that's a very easy question for me, but actually it's not.
You don't know.
I don't really know. No, I mean my target audience is people from my age. And also people that like that like art film, and that's basically my target audience.
So you consider this film, City of Trance, a art film?
Yeah.
It's not a commercial film.
No, not really. No.
What interested me about the film was that it was a cross-generational look. It was David in his 20s, mid-20s, looking at mid-20s Shanghainese.
Yes.
And our wish that the film be seen by Dutch young people and also by Chinese people and young people. And for me, what I'm really looking forward to with the release of the film is to see how Chinese people here react to the film, and then later on when it will be released in the fall in Holland, how young Dutch people react to the film. I think it's really this cross look which is what interested me. And also the fact that David was of the same age as the people he's looking at and could really get into the life here and really have a front row seat, of what's going on and show it to us.
But I think that also David is sort of the part of the sort of new globalization kind of the thing, last time it was Nadaso told me that your new project, I was told Nadaso, I said that David was the kid of the globalization or the kid of the global age.
The reason I want to work with Haolun and have Haolun direct a film is that he has stories to tell that David could never tell, because being Chinese and local Shanghainese, there's stories, and a lot of Haolun's work is autobiographical, And the film we're working on is set in the mid-'80s, and it's stories about China from the outside. We were not here to experience it. We don't even know what houses looked back then, because the city has changed so fast. And Kowloon can bring to the screen, to the Western audience as well, these stories which we completely ignore. And so
I can tell that you must be a very good, the best marketing person. You find the best spot to fill this in and to bring this up. Well, thank you very much for that. Anyhow, last of all, David, what kind of a message are you trying to carry out through the film?
Well, first of all, I'm trying to make a contemporary portrait of a city.
Okay.
So I'm trying to capture the what is happening in this city right now.
楼房的号码是有大的多少刚刚撇的单，各自楼干。
你说这栋吗？
啊，不错。
哪栋？这栋啊？
哥哥，
这栋我刚才去的时候大门都关着，上面还在修呢。
该说俺不洗他个。
And the city is not at the beginning of something, and it's not at the end of something. It's in the middle of something. And what I want to, the feeling, it's more the feeling of this being in the middle of something that I want to convey in the film, is that things have been changing very, very fast here, and it's like the same as when you exercise a lot, then your muscles will feel sore. You will have muscle pain in your muscles because you work out too fast. There is some pain of growing too fast.
Growing pain.
Growing pain, exactly. So I'm expressing a growing pain, but at the same time there is also, I hope to also convey some a hopefulness of a brighter future, and that's what actually all the characters in my movie, they're not at this moment, they are not satisfied or happy, but they are all with great energy working towards or trying to reach a dream that they have.
A better future.
A better future, and I think that this is something that people from my generation who are here, that they are working for that, and they're striving for that very hard. And I believe that they are striving harder, and that they're doing their best more than people from Europe right now. I think people there have become more comfortable and aren't reaching out so hard anymore, and I find that very beautiful about China still every day.
So, what is your story about black and white photos? What's
So right now, as I just simple, I can tell you, it's just a coming of age story, set in the 1980s, Shanghai's Shikumen area.
1980s.
1980s, the period I'm growing up. Sort of the only thing I can know. You have to wait until the movie finish.
You should watch the short film, actually.
Yeah, Young Blood.
We worked together.
The short film?
Yeah,
Young Blood that we produced.
Young Blood.
Young
Right,
Blood.
yeah, which
Sound
is
Xue.
just been
少年血. Okay.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
very good.
it's just been selected thanks to compete in the Busan Film Festival this fall. So
Busan Film Festival, I
So
see.
we've shown it'll premiere over in Busan, and this is based. It's a 20-minute film based on the feature film, and it's a story about this young boy
okay.
who's 16-year-old who's in love with his next door neighbor, and she's married to a sailor who's often absent, and it's kind of his awakening to the opposite sex and the
Is it on the market?
disillusioning.
Is it on the market now?
No, they're. You mean the Shanghai Film Festival?
No, the Young Blood.
No,
It's
no.
on the market. Yeah.
No, because the Shanghai Film Fest didn't have a short film section.
Okay. How can I be able to watch it?
I send you a DVD if you want.
Great. But I'm not trying to promote other film works, but I would highly recommend that people like me should really take a look of the films that David is producing, and of course, we're really looking forward to Kowloon's production, because